I'm Duncan Bradford here at Ida Wells. Today we're going to be covering the teacher strike and bringing you everything you need to know to stay informed. Yeah, where is it? Who am I here with?
I'm Joy Root. I'm a teacher at Ida Wells High School and a teacher in PPS.
And why are we out here today?
We're out here on strike for our students, for safer schools, for buildings that do not have mold or buildings that don't have mold, buildings that don't get 90 plus degrees, buildings that are not falling apart, ceiling tiles falling on people's heads. We're out here also for mental health supports for students. For more planning time for teachers so that they can get students the feedback they need, and for a wage that keeps up with inflation so that teachers can be at their best when they're teaching and not worrying about meeting their basic needs.
Why is there a need for a strike? Why hasn't there been some sort of other resolution?
So we're here striking because the district is refusing to meet the needs that we're asking them to meet. So they're not coming to the table in good faith with an offer that meets those needs that we know our students and our schools and our communities need. And so we're waiting for them to show up with something that meets those needs. And we'll be out here fighting until we get it. Hi, who am I here with today?
Emily Revem, school psychologist, Ida Wells High School, she, her pronouns.
All right. And what are some of the specific contract negotiations or things that you're trying to negotiate with the district?
School psychologists are trying to negotiate for the National Association of School Psychologists model for staffing. So we're looking at staffing one school psychologist per every 500 students, and not just staffing school psychologists based on students enrolled in special education.
How many school psychs are there employed by the district right now?
Approximately 62, last time I checked, but it's not enough for what we need to do the work that we're trained to do.
How many school psychologists would you need in order to be able to effectively manage all the caseloads?
A much better ratio for how we're staffed. So my cap currently is one of me for every 135 students in special education, and I currently have a caseload of around 170 plus. And so I'm not able to meet the needs of students that I would like to, like groups or more preventative work, because there's so much just with trying to keep caught up on paperwork and assessments.
If you had better staffing, what else would you like to see from the district in order to support the psychology in the schools more?
I'd first like to see the district acknowledge us as mental health professionals. Currently, we're not viewed or documented to be considered part of the mental health professionals in the district. School psychologists have actually lost 9 full-time positions since 2017. And even though special education and assessments have gone up 30%, we continue to be decreased. And so what I would like to see is that we're acknowledged for the work that we do, we're staffed for the work that we do, and we're actually able to utilize all of our skill sets in the schools and be seen as valuable within every building for what we can bring to the table.
Is there anything you think students or parents of students should know as it relates to school psychology?
We're amazing. We have special and unique training, and we're the only ones in the buildings that are trained in cognitive assessments. We really are trained in looking at the difference between differences versus disabilities, and really trying to help utilize school-based interventions to support student needs before trying to go what we would call most restrictive and looking at special education eligibility. I want the community to know that we can help with mental health, behavioral health, academics. We're constantly talking about equity as it relates to assessment, evaluation, and equity around discipline, disproportionate referrals. There's a lot that school psychologists are involved in that people don't know or don't see.
Is there anything else you'd like to add on top of that?
I love my students. I'm super grateful. The students are what bring me to school every day and keep me showing up, and they're where my heart is. So I would like to be able to provide them everything that they deserve, and more, because you all have gone without it for too long.
Okay, thank you very much. That was very informative. Who am I here with today?
Hey, this is Andrew Butterfield. I'm ceramics teacher at Ida B. Wells. I'm the PAT zone captain for Southwest Schools.
As the zone captain, what are your responsibilities with the union and in regards to the district?
I'm helping organize the Southwest Schools to get them to know what our actions are and checking in with the schools. I've just been over at Hayhurst and Maplewood and met teachers there who are really high-spirited and doing a great job getting the people in the neighborhood to drum up some support. Special ed needs of students have not been taken care of, and the special ed classes are all overloaded. Those are our most vulnerable students, and they're being mistreated by not having the proper care and instruction given to them. So we're out here to make the schools better for students.
And what do you need to see from the district in order to make progress towards getting our students back in class and getting them the education and our educators the conditions that they deserve?
The district bargaining team needs to come to the table with actual proposals, not delays. They tend to show up and be like, oh, we don't have anything. We're going to go and we'll meet for a couple hours and see how that works out. And they come back, oh, we still don't have anything. And that's how they've been doing it. We need them to stop those antics. They need to actually sit down with pen and paper and write out what their proposal is so that we can start talking about it. Until that happens, we're going to be out here on strike.
And is there anything else you think students or parents of students should know about the union and what it's trying to accomplish?
Yeah, they should know that teachers are out here picketing to get a better contract to support students and their families. Students are the reason we're here, and we're fighting for students' rights to have the best education they can. Public education is a right for all students, and they deserve the best.
Y'all look beautiful out there.